Hey, welcome to the what? Get into the next part of the show, man. Pull out game strong, man. As you are aware, we went over the fight card for UFC 270, and there was a fight that was in the main card, but now isn't in the main card. And we're not here to discuss exactly why he's not in the main card right now. The reason is he had an injury to his finger. It was
his
some
finger.
gruesome. It's to his finger. It was a gruesome injury to his finger. But that's not the reason why we put him on the top five right here. Man, put 5 minutes on the clock, man, because I got to talk about what the heck he said in an interview. This guy right here, man, I'm gonna tell you right now. Greg Hart has already been in the news for some of the things he's done in his past, which is crazy. And the reason why I say it's crazy is because some of the things he did towards females is just outright disrespectful. And Dana White gave him an opportunity. Gave him an opportunity to come into the UFC and, you know what I'm saying, get his name back. Pretty much put his face back in on the map and put it more in a positive light and give him a platform where he can actually change his outcome of his life and make his life more positive. Now, that being said, he did lose his last fight against Tua Tuivasa, and he lost it to Avasa, and he lost it in dramatic fashion. It's one of those things where he did something, he did the right thing, he caught Tua, and Tua bounced back, and then Tua caught him, and then he didn't bounce back. That's all fair and good. It's in war. You know what I'm saying? The punches lay where they land, and then all of a sudden the better man comes out victorious. Yep. That being said, this guy goes on an interview, and he says the punch that Tua hit him with was a lucky punch. Now, you already in the news on a negative light. Why are you going to stir the pot up? I don't understand this guy, man. You're already changing your name from what it was in the past because you did some dumb things, made some dumb decisions, and now you're trying to get upon more positive light, and you just sitting over here trying to bash somebody for beating you. If you win, you can talk. If you don't win, you can't say nothing. Also, if you're not fighting because you're pulling out because of an injury, don't bring up something else in the past. I'm just saying.
Listen. Then he had the audacity to be like, "Tai Tuivasa ain't got no chin."
Yeah. Let me read the exact words that he said.
Yeah.
He said, "You won. Take your win. Don't hype it up like you came in and killed me because you got exposed a little bit. He's got a weak chin."
And he threw them wild punches, and one of them hit my chin. Well, why your chin ain't hold up?
Exactly.
What happened to your chin?
I don't get it.
What I don't get about the whole situation, in a sense, though, is you know what? I understand what he's trying to do. I 100% understand what he's trying to do. Listen, he's like, I'm going to lean hard into this heel that I'm playing. I'm going to be the heel. Everybody think I'm the bad guy, might as well act like the bad guy, right? The only problem with that is, like, we love to hate Floyd Mayweather. People do. Okay, I'm going to say this out loud, but just know it was that way, and then it kind of got worse. We love to hate Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Right? We love to hate Kurt Angle. All these guys. You know, but people just hate Greg Hardy. That's it. There's
a lot more haters than there are lovers.
Yeah. So, like, you don't have to lean into that heel role. We don't need you to be like, oh, I'm reformed and, you know, I pray to fake Jesus like John Jones do. But I didn't mean to say that out. I'm sorry. It's a real Jesus. It's a real Jesus. It's just a fake prayer or whatever he be doing. But no, so, like, I get it, man. Lean into it. But don't say dumb shit like, man, I know I got my ass whooped, but it wasn't as bad as y'all saw it on TV. Yeah.
It was a first round finish.
Well, it was second, wasn't it? No. Did they make it out the first? I think it don't even matter. His shoulders was slumped. Like what?
Yes.
Like what? It don't make no sense.
His brain touched his skull. He laid there for a second, woke up, and the cameraman got that shot that he gets on every individual.
Wow.
What happened?
Man, that cameraman be on it, bro. I swear to God, they be like, open the case so the cameraman can get in and see it. But look, but even past that, what he say? Like, I'm doing this and I put it on. I'm paving the way for the fighters. Ain't that what he said?
Something like that, man. Something like that.
Like,
I
I'm putting this on. I'm paving the way. I'm showing these fighters on what to do. He ain't done nothing. I hate when people say that. That's worse than whenever GSPN was sitting out there for the MMA people when they came out and was like, we forming a group organization for fighters. No, you ain't. You ain't done nothing. You ain't done nothing. Don't sit there and lie and say you did. Greg Hardy, you excited? He fighting out his contract too. You excited
what
for a Greg
I
Hardy
mean,
return?
the one thing I'm excited about is, and the best thing that came out of this interview is I feel like Greg Hardy said in the interview, he said, if Dana White brings me back, that would be great. But if he doesn't, he thanks Dana White for everything he did for him. He gave him an opportunity to 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 not only make some money, but also show some of the skills that he's been training in the off season corresponding with football because the MMA is one of those things that he likes to do. So I understand from that perspective. Greg Hardy is a smart dude. He knows what he's saying, but it's just one of those things where you made a mistake. You own up to the mistake.
Yeah.
But in the same reference of making a mistake, don't bash somebody else because they beat you. And when someone beats you, they can say pretty much whatever they want to say because they got that
Derek Lewis.
trump card on you. They
Derek
beat you.
Lewis. Derek Lewis.
That's simple as that.
Just simple as that. Let's get on
Now,
to
if
the
he
next
would have
one.
won, if he Greg Hardy would have won, I would have loved to see Greg Hardy against the Black Beast, but he didn't. So this is what we get. We get a transcript of him saying how he lost. He owns up to the loss, but Tua hit him with a lucky punch.
I got one more question before we move on to the next subject. I promise. The question is as such: if Greg Hardy fights out his contract and does not come back, does he then disappear? What does he do outside of the UFC that anyone wants to watch? Like if he was the Bellator main card, are we tuning in?
Now,
If he's in the one
only reason why
FC,
we
are we
tuning
tuning
in,
in?
no, only reason why we tuning in because he's in the UFC and people hate him,
Yeah,
and it's on the biggest platform. It's on ESPN.
it makes
If
it
it's
tough.
on, yeah, I feel like he just floats out into the sunset. Actually, you can't call it a sunset. You probably call it a thunderstorm. But it is what it
Be
is.
like that.